Are we live at?
All right. Shabbat Shalom. This is the brothers of GmsLouisianaSaints, the New Orleans camp, with another live Shabbat lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled and teach well, and peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word and truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. And with this Shabbat lesson, we're just going to speak on this situation that happened today. We're around 11:44 a.m. How convenient. Instagram, Facebook, and some of these different social media platforms went out for damn near the whole day. And we've got some articles going in on the reasoning behind it. But hey, through the Spirit, that's just another example showing that with each passing day, we're getting closer and closer to the famine of the word, because the brothers and myself, we use a particular platform to communicate on, and that was one of the things that went down, and we're constantly putting information and chatting with each other in it. And when that platform went down, I at least really got to see how easily communication could get disrupted, and how much what's that word I'm looking for? How much we take for granted these social media platforms. And if it's the men of the Lord feeling that way, not completely feeling bad that it went down, but seeing how disruptive things could be if those social media platforms went down, how much more you people out here, especially 2/3 of the nation of Israel, that treat this word like a joke. Hey, here you've had the men of the Lord out on YouTube for more than 10 years, and the majority of you are still talking shit and leaning against the doorposts. Well, hey, when all hell breaks loose and they really hit that kill switch on all these social media platforms, completely locked out here, you'd be like chickens with your heads cut off, and you're going to have to take whatever's coming your way. But we'll start out with that Amos.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Of course, the famine of the word, where the men of the Lord are no longer going to be on the highways and byways, and this word's no longer going to be on the internet. And hey, when we get into these articles, it's going to give you the reasoning why these different social media platforms like Facebook went down. But I was just speculating on it as well today. Because this devil, you can't trust anything the devil says. So it could have been a cover story that took it down, or it also could have been them working on a kill switch, so to speak, and getting things ready to ultimately cut things down permanently, seeing how people would react and how easy it would be to take things down globally. But regardless, that famine of the word is coming, where the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai or his men won't be able to be found in that day. And whatever you spent this time of liberty doing is exactly what you're going to have to stand on in that day. Whether you diligently spent this time to drink from these rivers of living waters to get as much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as you could, or you treated this truth, this free treasure as a side bitch, as entertainment, and you didn't take anything in. You just look for the videos with the most salacious titles, and we're looking for brothers to talk shit about Esau or Eve. Hey, you all got a lot of bad things coming your way, and you won't have any knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to get through it, and you especially won't have that protective hedge over you. You can keep going on.
Verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and shall not find it.
Hey, a complete blackout, media blackout, countrywide blackout from sea to shining sea in America, a global blackout. As I just said, people are going to be wandering from sea to sea, shore to shore, land to land, looking for the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but they won't be able to find it. If it's not meant for you to get, you're not going to get it at all. You won't even find a speck of understanding in that day. The only thing you will find in that day is going to be the judgments that the men of the Lord were preaching to you Israelites of what would happen if you didn't take heed to this word. You can read verse 13.
Come. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst.
They faint for spiritual thirst, not getting this word. And hey, on top of the famine of the word, there will be an actual famine out here without food or water. People are just going to be fighting each other viciously, as it says in Second Ezra chapter 5, where it says the salt shall be found in the sweet waters, and a man and friends shall fight like enemies. And that Second Ezra 5 is also going into the famine of the word. It's going to be complete hell and pandemonium out here. You know, you people that treated this word like a joke, you deserve everything that's coming your way. Because as it's about to say in Ezekiel 33, that hey, you Jakes have treated this word like a joke. Again, to the majority of you, this is just entertainment. You look for the most outrageous titles and was hoping to see a video where a brother was talking shit to somebody got their feelings hurt. It was just a going back and forth. You weren't actually trying to listen to the words that were being preached by the men of the Lord. You got that, Ezekiel?
Yeah, that's about it.
What'd you say, Kayat?
No, I said, well, I just should have it. Oh, he said he got it. He got it.
Okay.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee of the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord.
As it says, also thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses. And as it says, they say, I pray you, let us hear what the words that cometh forth of Yahweh are. And for the majority of you, it's not out of sincerity, it's out of entertainment. And with these social media platforms going down today, a lot of you were running around like chickens with your heads cut off because you couldn't check your Instagram pages, see if you got likes, uploaded any videos, see who was talking shit on Facebook, etc., etc. Every time these social media blackouts happen, always go to Twitter if it's still up and see people are constantly posting little GIFs and memes showing how the world's coming to an end or the world's on fire because Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube went down. How much more when it's more than just the social media platforms going down? It's actually pandemonium in the streets, people fighting each other, troops on the streets, all kinds of madness going on. And as it's going to go down later on in this chapter, you people are really going to realize that, hey, the men of the Lord were amongst you, but you treated it as just another form of entertainment and BS out here, like you treat these Instagram influencers that you look up to.
Hey, they had a little tweet that came out saying they're gonna announce the only way back into their social media accounts is to get what? To get that big pokey. They're gonna announce that. That came through a tweet. Now I'm not saying that it's so, but they saying through a tweet, it's saying the only way to get back in that in your Facebook and your social medias and Twitters is to get that big pokey, man. You got it out.
I want to say something about that. That just shows you that in order for them to do that, they have some type of database. All this shit is connected to one server, man. The Googles, the Instagrams, all these different platforms or algorithms, as they say, are all connected to one. How can you have these different platforms and they know that you got the big pokey or not, man? Unless they're all connected to one. It has to be that way. All right. Even this engine that we're on right here called YouTube. All right. Esau ain't slick as he think he is, man. But you got it out.
Hey, it's a well-known fact that Facebook is a front for these intelligence agencies that like to snoop on people and see what they're talking about. Really, that's what Facebook was created for. Facebook, Instagram, the comments section on YouTube, Twitter, you name it, to see what the temperature in the room was, so to speak, of these people in this country. The mainstream media put out a narrative, and what do people do? Go to social media platforms, see information, click on it, read it, comment on it, and they get to know how you people are thinking. And I wouldn't be surprised if what the brother Kaya was saying, if it doesn't come to pass, because, hey, that's what everything's leading to, is you have to go along with Bebe's kids and then charagma, or else you won't be able to do anything in society.
No.
That's right. It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
Keep going on.
For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Hey, this is you Shalom family, Shalom drive-by Israelite niggas out here that'll comment on the videos saying Shalom, or you'll walk by the camp and put up that dusty fist saying Shalom. That's for you right there. If you were really being serious, you would have done like every man on this stream did. They heard the word, they inquired where the men of the Lord were in their town, and they diligently stood out there on the other side on the block, taking in information, studying, and then got on the other side. And even that's closed to people right now. That's just another sign that this spigot of these rivers of living waters is about to get cut off. But as it said, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And you're like a broken vessel, a broken cistern. You get some water in you, but it just falls right out through the bottom. It's all part of prophecy, but it's getting more apparent now who's sincerely trying to get this word and who's not out here. People that are actually trying to show an effort. And hey, the men of the Lord are getting sick of seeing you half steppers out there, and most definitely Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is. Keep going on.
Hey, could I say something real quick, Baba Kusha?
You got it.
Because like the brother was saying, like the majority of the society, they live in a false reality, especially with the social media platforms that they have. You could be anybody you want on social media. You could be Lil Jojo from 900 Block. You could be a meme page. You can get all these followers. But like the brother was backing the brother up, when that reality comes crashing down, all these people, their reality is going to come to naught. But our reality, which we've been living in and telling you people about, it's actually going to come to pass, man. Which is really one reality, man. Which is America being destroyed, the Lord coming back. That's the real reality that's going to be ushered in, man. And it says,
if I could say real quick, and I'm gonna pose this question to you people out there that are watching this video. When Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all these different social media platforms you use to communicate went down, did the first thoughts that come to your head, were they the scriptures? Were you thinking, hey, could this be it? Could these social media platforms go down and I won't be able to communicate with anybody? How am I going to maneuver? And scriptures start coming to your mind. Or when it happened, did you just blank out and start getting finicky, hoping it would come back up, refreshing the page, refreshing your router, doing all that? And depending on which one of those categories you fall into, that should let you know exactly where you're standing right now, whether you're being sincere and diligently seeking the word, or whether you're just fucking off.
that's right.
You keep going on.
Back in Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Keep going up.
And when this come to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
When what cometh to pass? And these prophecies, these judgments, the famine of the word, them being like madmen sparing none.
You breaking up, brother.
You might want to leave and come back.
You breaking up, bro.
And somebody else, one of you brothers can take over until he come back.
Yeah, it said Ezekiel.
You got it, huh?
Ezekiel 30 and 33, it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So just backing the brother up, we've been on the same course of agenda, man, from the apostles on down to the least of us. singing the same song that the Lord was coming back for the 144,000. That the name of the Lord was Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That the Lord who you ignorantly called Jesus Christ is a dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah. We never swerved or wavered away from our truth, man. But you people have been long gone, far off in this world, man. And now that your reality is coming to a crash, don't try to jump ship and jump into our reality, man, which is the only reality. You got it. I'm gonna read it again for you.
Yeah, Salakia. My internet's been real spotty all day. Like it's just been going in and out and just being real spotty. But hey, that's another thing. If any of you brothers have been noticing personally, during certain parts of the day, has your internet been messing up a little bit, or been slow, or not coming on?
Yeah,
Certain parts, yeah.
yeah, mine been slow and loading the video where nobody was using the internet. You know, normally if you're in the house, you got people in the house and a lot of people connected, it goes slower. But like I got home from work and it wasn't nothing but it was a 17-minute video, and it took probably 45 minutes to an hour to load, bro.
Hey, I've had videos shorter than that, 13-minute videos that took literally 2 hours to load. And we know who's behind all this. It's E behind all this. Everything's getting put into place to bring about this fame of the word. Your internet connection's messing up. These social media platforms are going off. And hey, it's eventually going to get to the point to where don't be surprised where it says, hey, you can't upload a video unless you can show proof that you got Bebe's kids.
Hey, these tech giants, all right, when you go into it, notice that they connected with the medical field and everything that's going on with the juice. It's all a big connection of things, man. The Internet of Things, the tech giants, the place that's in Atlanta. I just won't even see the alphabets, whatever, right? All right, all this is all connected to each other, and what they're doing, they're running a system to where they're going to collide with each other, man. To where this one is going to be on the same. They're all on the same page, man, and they're going to get everybody conglomerate together, man, and do what? Make the people have to make a choice, man, and a decision. You got it, bro.
Hey, that's the truth. Everybody behind the scenes is working towards that same goal, that same agenda, that GREATRESET.
Go ahead, that's crazy, bro. We gotta spell out words, bro. This is ridiculous, bro.
And even then, it's going to get to the point where even if you spell it out, the algorithms are going to pick it up and still take the video down. It's almost a curtain call for this word going out here, which is what we're going into with this video, the fame of the word. So it would behoove you to drink from these rivers of living waters while you still can, because as we can clearly see, all the different pieces are coming into place for it to be showtime out here.
If I could add, also a crashing of the word, or the word of the Lord is a crashing from the hills in the economy too, and particular things. Because when that happened, by default, it's gonna what? It's gonna make those who push the word out have to what? Revert. They're gonna have to fall back. All right, they're not gonna be able to go into the chief places of concourse and different things like that, man. So all that plays a role into what? The famine of the word, man. You got it, bro.
Con.
I got an article too. Them brothers ain't. Quick pre.
You can get your precept, and then hey, we'll just go into those articles then.
Right, Con. This 1 Peter 4:7. It says, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watching to prayer."
Hey, the end of all things is at hand, so be sober and watch and pray, which is exactly what those that are diligently seeking Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai are doing. The standing upon that watchtower and seeing how things are playing out, and relaying it to the flock out there. And then those that are listeners are diligently taking heed to that word and doing everything they can to stay in the good graces of their power. And I remembered what I wanted to say, just to back up what you were saying. Hey, the word and the economy crashing and everything it's all placed perfectly into each other.
Right.
Prophecy and reality, because prophecy is reality, but let's just say prophecy and so-called reality are synonymous with each other. The more this word gets preached, the more this place comes to an end, which is going to facilitate the fame of the word, as it says in Matthew 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, mainly through what? This unicorn, the internet, and then shall the end come. And as we can see, this end is coming faster and faster with each passing day. So that just goes to show us that the ministry is almost at an end, and the kingdom of heaven is nigh. But we can get into your article.
Just the article that sparked. That happened when the so-called little crash came, or interruption or disruption of the social media platform, including this WhatsApp that we on. And a significant thing about that, you got the Facebook and you have those other social media platforms. But what was real, what jumps out at you is the WhatsApp, because he knows that who uses the WhatsApp really, to the effect of things to where it's a platform of communication. It's not on a level of social media. It's not on a level of Facebook. Why would you shut down WhatsApp? I posed that question. You got it.
If I could just back you up, hey, brothers were posting articles a couple of weeks ago showing that if your phone isn't of a certain model, you won't even be able to use WhatsApp.
Yeah,
they're really targeting that WhatsApp.
Well, hey, and we could go to different platforms like Google Hangout, all right, or particular even video downloaders. They crash those things knowing that we know what ultimately is for, man. I'm gonna come out and say these are tools that the men of the Lord, all right, use to what? Push the word forward, man. All right. That's why they always putting expiration dates on little apps we use. We gotta keep finding, little ways, nuances, through apps and certain things. Like you one time Ryan was putting in a WhatsApp about what you and Elder Kazaki was going about it, where you had to put at the top of your YouTube page, like what was it?
You had to do a two-step authentic. You had to do by November 1st, you have to verify a two-step authentication in order to use YouTube Studios. And YouTube Studios, like I use it on all my videos. I go there and I mark this video is not for kids. Don't restrict it to those over 18 only. And I put tags in my videos. So why, like the brother was saying, all these things that the men of the Lord use, why now are expiration dates coming up? They completely cut off the service and things like that. And one thing I've noticed, not saying that I'm anybody, I'm just using it as an example. I like to put tags on my videos. And when I started, after a couple of years of putting tags on my videos, YouTube had a little disclaimer underneath the tag saying, we know that tags are used for videos to get them out there, but they're pretty much saying tags are worthless. Like you're wasting your time putting these tags on the videos.
Yeah, man, it's all like you say. When you look in the fine print, all right, into all those little integral little parts and nuances, it's all set up for this, man. This the ultimate thing. All right, yeah, they hit Facebook, they hit that, and people was taking hits, but it's about the WhatsApp, man, because of what's going on through that, and that the men of the Lord utilize that as a platform to what? Communicate, all right, and to what? Share via knowledge, man. You see? But this is that article, unless y'all brothers got something.
I got an article to you.
Oh, you got an article, Con?
I just want to make one.
You got it.
One more point again too. Like pretty much now, whenever I upload videos at my house, it'll be a miracle if it takes less than 30 minutes. Because sometimes at the minimum, it's been 45 minutes for maybe like a 13-minute video, 2 hours. There was like a good month and a half where it was taking 2 hours for me to upload every video. But what I've noticed is if I go to somebody else's house and upload a video, it'll be 5 minutes, 3 minutes. But if I stay at that person's house for a while and keep uploading videos, it's going to jump up back to 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 2 hours. And I've seen this happen on several different occasions. And I know other brothers out there going through the same things. As the brother Kaya's been saying, every avenue that the men of the Lord use is being targeted to further keep this word from going out.
Yeah, they scanning. That's why our videos is taking long, man. Those other videos and different platforms, they have search engines to go right through them, man. They know what to upload right away and not, because my video done been scanning and processing for a long ass time. It's a 9-minute video. It's scanning, then it processed, then it reprocessed and went through scanning again. You just get to the point to where, like, bro, this is really weird. All right, things is getting really tight. You know, we understand what's going on, man. All right, so you dodo heads out here, what they're doing, they're putting a stoppage into the word of the Lord, which that's the word of the Lord fulfilling itself through mercy, man. But this is, and even you people on Facebook, look what the Lord doing, y'all. Like, you know, because that's people platforms who claim to be, well, we're gonna talk about this. They shutting down all avenues to this thing. Even you people that don't speak what we speak, all right, are really not in the language that we speak, but in the field that we in. Guess what? They shutting y'all platforms down too, man. All right, they gonna cut that off, period, man. But this a little small little thing, it says from the academy. So someone deleted large sections of the routing. That doesn't mean Facebook is just down. From the looks of it, that means Facebook is gone. And you see some little numbers and particular things like that, which that wasn't true. All right, but at the end of the day, that can happen. They shut Facebook down for good. All right, and all these avenues are ways of communication. It's really about they aim at communication. Because if you can't communicate, all right, is a way for them to basically a control method for us not to communicate, man. But this is
if I could say, hey, it's like that guy AJ's program. What's it called? InfoWars. We're in an info war right now.
Yeah. Information is terrorist, man. They consider that as an act of terrorism, man. All right. When you actually look at things, man. Okay, if the things that you say, that's an act of terror, man. That's an act of war. But this is
Hey, what did they? One more thing. They got that old saying: the pen is mightier than the sword.
It says Zuckerberg loses $6 billion in hours as Facebook plunges. This is uploaded on October 4th from Bloomberg.com. It says the CEO drops to number 5 on the list of world richest below Gates. So it says a whistleblower right here. A Facebook whistleblower says company puts profits over help. Well, Facebook says company puts profits over safety. Mark Zuckerberg's personal wealth has fallen more than $6 billion in a few hours, knocking him down a notch on the list of the world's richest people. After a whistleblower came forward and outages took Facebook Inc.'s flagship products offline. And that's how you silence or you muzzle whistleblowers as well. Kill the platforms. All knowledge or information that's coming out against what they're trying to do, they're muzzling them, man. All right, and all you gotta do is kill the platforms. All right, that's the way of communication in this modern age, man. It says a sell-off sent the social media giant stock plummeting 4.9% on Monday, adding to a drop of about 15% since mid-September. This is talking about his numbers right here. I want to get into what the whistleblower has said. All right, here we go. On September 13th, the Wall Street Journal began publishing a series of stories based on a cache of integral documents revealing that Facebook knew about a wide range of problems with its products, such as Instagram harm to teenage girls, mental health, and misinformation about the January 6th Capitol riots. while downplaying the issues in public, the reports have drawn the attention of government officials. On Monday, the whistleblower revealed herself. In response, Facebook has emphasized that the issues facing its products, including political polarization, are complex and not caused by technology alone. It says Facebook suffered a devastating outage that shut out many of its 2.7 billion global users.
Billion.
All right.
Just about 7 billion people on the planet. So
Yeah, you talking about the way the world talk to each other, right? And was what the Lord doing? He's icing that, and it was a glimpse today to show you, man. Like this thing is done and over with, man. And this is thus says prophecy, man, in the scriptures. All right. It says, you got it.
There's so many different angles to look at what transpired today. On the one hand, that lady who was a whistleblower could have been an authentic, genuine whistleblower that brought out this information, and Facebook and all these other platforms had to shut down to do damage control. But on the other hand, this could be a narrative that they set up to take down Facebook and these other platforms to work on them behind the scenes and put more coding in there. To more algorithms to see what people are doing and just do maintenance. Maintenance for surveillance. Yeah,
those bugs and those fixes is when they putting those little nuances in there, man. That's why when you have a construction site and you look at what's going on, like these streets and roads ain't even messed up like that, man. It's like what's really going on, man? You pass, they're not really working that hard. It's just a group of guys in cones. They just making traffic. And the elder put in here a lady on 60 Minutes, all right, a Facebook whistleblower. After she did an interview, this blackout happened after this whistleblower came out yesterday, going in on Facebook dirt and secrets, man. All right. So particular things get said. They gotta what? We gotta cut this down, right? You know, if particular people speak, or the mouth come out of certain people, they gonna put an act off, man. All right, like, all right, you know, we need to reshuffle things, or we need to go in there and put a way to stop this, put this, kill this misinformation. Like you said, it's all about gag ordering the people, man. Cause it's gonna get to a point where he ain't gonna allow nobody to say nothing, man. You see?
If I could say one more thing, and through the spirit, this whistleblower lady said her piece. And it took Facebook down. And aren't we the ultimate whistleblowers out there?
Yeah, we were the we the real cause everything gets shut down, man. Let's stop playing mind games. All right, these whistleblowers, them people not worrying about that. It's those guys with those garments on. All right, that's those guys, man. That's upbraiding the chariot. What is called the chariot, Salaki, the instruments of chariot. I meant to say, man, Charles. I might be saying that.
The instruments of the churl.
Of the churl. Yeah, of the wicked. We upbraid that, man. You see? But yeah, I made the point. I guess brothers could get in. Salaki.
But hey, look, that just goes to show that with the certain amount of information that gets out there, it doesn't matter if a platform has 2.6 billion users. They'll shut it down for damn near a day globally. And that's exactly what's going to happen with this word. As the brother was saying, we're the ones that are really running the wheels off this bitch, so to speak. So once it gets to a certain point, there's like, you know what? Cut it. Cut YouTube, delete, do anything you got to do to keep this word coming out. And you know what? We already got these people under our thumb. So, hey, we aren't even going to bring it back. And if you want to use it, you got to follow along with the mandates. You got to get Bebe's kids and then eventually that Karakma. Everything, as the brother Kaya was saying earlier, behind the scenes, everybody is greasing each other's palms. They're all working towards that same eventual outcome, that NW0.
Yeah, and I want to say one thing too, because what the Lord said they was going to do is to allow these devil's tongues to fall upon themselves, man. And that goes into the whistleblowers. The Lord is allowing these whistleblowers to come all out with the information to expose this devil, right along with the prophets and teachers, because it all starts with us. All right. And a lot of times what gives these whistleblowers the courage to do what they do is from the prophets and teachers and the apostles, man. All right. We in the time where all information, the average Joe Blow knows what's going on now, man. The average mama, teacher, librarian, all right. Even sometimes you may hear the truth from a young person, a young individual that they don't quite know, but they speaking very close to what we're talking about, man. No, it's here, and like I said, these devils, they all about misinformation. They're about cutting that off, man, by any means, and we can see it with the hidden ones. When they want to kill one person on a plane, they'll kill everybody to kill one person. Same thing with these platforms and these algorithms. I get rid of the whole fucking app to get rid of those who exposing these things and talking about them, man. They'll get rid of the whole damn thing and not blink an eye, man. You know? Go ahead.
I got that Psalms for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
Yeah, let it go right there, man. One more time, man.
God, Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
The tongue that fall upon themselves was once the people, the whistleblowers that was in agreement. They're telling on the ones, or they quote unquote, like Jake said, they ratting. They're doing a Tekashi 6ix9ine on each other, man. They're telling on each other what their plans are. The number one whistleblower is who? That guy across that pond over there in Russia, Eric Snowden. You know, right? He's one of the biggest ones.
Hey,
right? Then you have many other ones that came out, and there's gonna be many more that come out and tell you what's going on. But just like years ago when I first came into the truth, you know, the elite bankers, they're up in age, they old, they don't care no more. They doing shit blatantly in front of your face. And I can't remember which one it was. Maybe the one that just died. He came out and said, "Yeah, we doing those things or whatever happening. What you gonna do about it though? Can you stop it? There's only one man that can stop it, man. His name is Yahweh Shai. All right, that's why we have our hope and our faith in the Lord, man. Go ahead. You got it.
I have
I got a precept.
That article,
I got a precept, but Wad, I know you've been adding an article. Bring out what you got out. I just got a precept.
It's just a little bit on it. It says it's an article from bettermarketing.pub. It says the next financial crash will hit social media too. And this was in July of 2019, but it goes into how these social media platforms, the people are financially tied to them. People promote their business on social media. They promote their image. They promote certain things, and that's their livelihood. So when that crashes, you're basically your whole life and everything you work for is gone.
Yep.
It says it took 40 years. All right. It says if you follow patterns, you can see it in other parts of our economy. There's one aspect of our new technological society that will not only be disrupted, but will have a meltdown, a crash so epic it will change your life. And here's the kicker: you invest in it every day. It's social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Get ready, it will crash, and here's why. And it goes through the different ones. It says Twitter. What's changed? Twitter is not about informing anymore, but tattletelling on anyone who dares have an opinion different from others.
I'm gonna say something because we in that era of see something, say something. We in the coward era, man. We in the era of number cowards, man. That hey man, in America is the bulk of America ain't nothing but a bunch of goddamn rats, fleas, man. People are dishonored. You can bring out all the information you want. They're gonna go tell something on your ass, man. The phone era, when something's going down, they throw the phone up so they can go to the authority. They believe, like these people in the side, they believe that shit. See something, say something, man. They're gonna say something for a reward. Nigga want clout. They want to get on the news and say what they saw. There was an eyewitness to this or that. They seen this guy do this. This the era that we under, man. America's all about a pack mentality, man. Coward mentality.
And if I could say
Go ahead,
real quick, if I could just say real quick, Biden recently set up an agency that allows people to write on family members that they think are that they suspect of being into so-called domestic terrorist ideologies. Seeing their Facebook posts, things they talk about, they got a whole agency set up to where you can go rat on them, so the alphabet boys can keep an eye on them.
They enforce you to rat. They even put it on your phones and updates. All right, to say, you know, with the you know, if you round a person with the
Yeah, the sour cream, man.
yeah, the sour cream, man. Yeah, they, like you said, they're putting this in people's mind to do this, because it's an image, a particular image that they want everybody to receive. And what happens with that is it's being challenged. That image is being challenged by particular men through these platforms, man. And they know that this is the only thing that could waver that image, man. All right.
You know, I want to say something too.
This word, man.
I want to say something too, because we in that era, the same era that John the Revelator had to deal with, the same era that many of the other apostles and different men back then, they were around certain people where they had to speak in code, man. John the Revelator had to speak in code about the revelations that he was receiving from the Most High. You know, even look at the time with Peter, when Peter got brought up by that witch. It was all set up in the spirit to happen that way. When the Lord told him that the cock was going to crow 3 times, what happened with him? A woman said, "Yeah, you one of them. You was with him." And Peter was like, "Nah." They're like, "I don't know what you're talking about." We in that era, man. To where that's why you hear us. You know what we're talking about. We're talking about getting the quote unquote the thing. We got to talk like that, just like it's John the Revelator had to say, locust. He had to say, the dragon, the red horse, different things in that nature, because he had to talk around that about the different people, man. Because he was in that Roman Empire. All right, where it was in that time when you can get in quote unquote trouble. So you had to speak in code. Same thing with the men today. We're going through that same time where we got to speak in code, and only the elect gonna understand and know what we're talking about when we speak like this, man.
That's demons.
What happened?
No, you good. That has nothing to do with you, actually. Like you.
Yeah.
Mind if I get
Go ahead.
I just had a precept real quick to back up what you said.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 29. I'm gonna start at verse 20. For the terrible one is brought to naught, the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. Here's the point in verse 21: that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught.
Yeah, man. And they're making us offenders for the word. As soon as you say something, bam, strike. As soon as you put in a picture within, that's what they call it, a picture within the picture, to show you information and edify the body of Israel. Another strike, copyright strike. You got to speak in code, man. We in that same time of that era of the Roman Empire going down to where anything you say, anything that you do will be used against you, because as you can see, this devil is finna come down with draconian laws, man. And the guy, you're looking at the guy, Sleepy Joe, that's in office, he may be just that guy that bring it down, man. He may be just the guy to come down with these draconian, as you can see, over how many people, somebody can look it up, how many doctors in New York lost their job because of they didn't get the big jab or the big pokey? That's draconian laws, man. They're squeezing this society. The people of this society that don't want to get down, they're squeezing you, man, like a boa constrictor, to where you gonna get down. Now, I put a video in the WhatsApp before it went down. Now you got Edomites talking about their children. He coming after them children, man. All you Care Bear Israelites, you got the rainbow on you got the rainbow and the hearts on your chest. You give a damn. You're a family man. Well, he know what makes you tick. He coming after them kids, man. And we in a beautiful time where we about to see some things happen too, man. Because when they get to playing with these other nations' kids, Issachar, Edom, even Jake, black ass. When they come after them kids, you're gonna see an uprising as you never seen before. All right? We in those times. Go ahead, Go ahead. I think when you brothers had found that New York thing with the doctors.
Yeah, I heard it was like 70,000, but I can't find the article. It's saying hundreds though in New York alone.
Yes. Yeah, I know it was around that. It was around that number. It was a high number, man.
Yeah.
You know they doing the teachers now.
Yeah, the teachers. I saw an article. I just read an article that. That's the spirit.
Putting that pressure on the teachers. You in a time with draconian laws, man.
I'm about to get that. I'm gonna get that article.
Said on the comment board over 600 at United Airlines, man.
Yeah. Teachers
you have to make a decision, man. Your faith is about to be tested on all levels. You know.
And I had one back what you were saying earlier.
I just saw the one with the teachers. I'm gonna get that one with the teachers. You got it out.
This to back up what you were saying about how we're really the only people. We're the target of all this. We're why Esau's doing all these things. This is Job 5:12. It said, disappointed.
Real quick too, I'm a while because I know you like to do it. Let's get to account what Nero did. What Nero did to the Israelites in Rome. All right, it's the same thing going on. They're gonna blame who? But go ahead, you got it.
The Israelites.
Yeah. This is Job 5:12. It says he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And this is talking about the Most High. But how does he disappoint the devices of the crafty? It starts with us. We're the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So we exposing what this devil's doing. And I believe it was Elder Yashawamba earlier. He was talking about how different YouTube used to be back in the day when the word first came out. They started changing YouTube. Why? Because of the prophets.
Yeah, all those algorithms got put in for them.
Yeah.
You got it out. You got it right.
Hey, just a precept to back up that Job. This is Jeremiah 50, verse 43. The king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail. And behind the scenes, these elites are shaken, and they understand the scriptures to an extent because they got those left-hand demons and archaeologists and historians telling them shit, and they can see that these prophecies are coming to pass. The king of Babylon, as it says, has heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble, and he got pangs as of a woman in travail. This man knows his time's almost up. So as it says in Revelation 12, verse 12, he's about to come down in great wrath. That's why he's moving faster and fumbling and being sloppy. Anything to keep this word from going out and keep prophecy from getting fulfilled, which is going to, of course, come with the fame of the word, this word getting cut off, and then he's going to come after the men of the Lord, and he's going to come after 2/3 of the nation of Israel as well. And those that didn't spend this time getting this word, you're not going to have that hedge of protection over you, and he's going to have his way with you.
I got something to go with that real fast. This is Hosea 8:1. It says, set the trumpet to thy mouth. He shall come as an eagle against the house of Israel, or against the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my laws. Israel shall cry unto me, my power, we know thee. Israel has cast off the thing that is good. Thy enemies shall pursue him. It says, they have set thy king. They have set up kings, but not by me. They have made princes, and I know it not. Of their silver and their gold have they made them idols. That they may be cut off. But the main point, your enemies are going to pursue you, especially when this shit really go down. But you want to say something on that? I know what I brought up.
As I said, he's going to pursue the house of Israel like an eagle, because what? They transgress the ways of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Going back to that Ezekiel 33, they lean up against the doorpost and they hear thy words and shew much love with their mouths, but their actions show otherwise. They still want to be a part of this world and not fully commit to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So the Most High is about to let his sword, Esau, pull that bitch out one last time, and it's going to be to the greatest extent this man has ever used his blessing, and that sword's going to come dead on the head of 2/3 of you Israelites. So again, to anybody out there that's watching this video, or come across the men of the Lord on the highways and byways, or any other brothers' videos, it would behoove you to drink from these rivers of living waters while that spigot is still on and hasn't been turned off. Because once the Most High opens up his armory and lets the floods come through those floodgates, it's not going to stop until those nuclear missiles are flying and Yahweh Shai makes the second coming in that chariot to save the elect, those that diligently followed after Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
Got you a quick precept up. I didn't have any. All right.
That.
Second Edges 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment.
Hey, going back to that Hosea chapter 8 that the elder brother brought out, that have abused the ways of the Most High and casted behind them, that they set up kings and princes, but not of the Most High, and they use their gold and silver to make these different idols. Jake in this world, looking up to these false idols that Esau sets up, these celebrities and politician Jakes to lead you away, and Jake just being into everything else under the sun, but his heritage, following after Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and especially casting behind him the prophets, looking at the Lord's men as the lowest of the low out there, the biggest scumbags that aren't even worth listening to. And as we always say, if you could lay hands on us like your forefathers did in the past, you would.
It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Hey, and those benefits can go into a lot of things. The Most High could give you a job to keep a roof over your head, to buy internet, to watch the men of the Lord on online, and give you a car so you can drive to the prophets that are in your city. But ultimately, the benefits are the men of the Lord themselves that are preaching this word to you and telling you what you need to do to come back to the good graces of your power.
That's right. It says, and like it, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
Read that last part one more time, Mike.
And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
Not death by peace, death by cotton candy, death by the Big Bank Challenge, or anything like that. Death by pain to the nerve endings. When the Most High really opens up those floodgates and allows these calamities to hit you and furbish that sword, it's going to be, as the elder brother always says, hell to tell the captain. All your worst fears is going to be exactly what the Most High is going to take you out with. And in that day, you're going to, the little bit you did hear the men of the Lord before you scoffed is going to come to your remembrance, as it said in Ezekiel 33, verse 33. And when these things come to pass, then shall they know a prophet have been among you. The Most High is so cold that whatever judgment he's going to bring to you, that may have been the only thing you remember hearing the men of the Lord say, and you forgot about it until that judgment comes. And then the Most High is going to jog your memory to remember that the men of the Lord told you this was going to happen to your dusty ass. You're going to have nobody to blame but yourself.
It's gonna be a recompense for not listening, man. All right, and not keeping up with the times, measuring the times. Okay, because this is a pivotal point in not only just really, I'm gonna say Israelite history. All right, that's coming. That's among that we in. We are in prophecy. All right, we are in the prophecy that lead us to those everlasting prophecies, man. So these are as important than the other prophecies. That's the significance of prophecies. Some are larger than others, but they all are significant, man. All right, you can't skip them. You can't dance around them. You got to go through certain prophecies to get to the other ones, man. But we are living in a time where prophecy is revealing itself, man. It's unfolding itself. All right? And this famine of the word is real. Jake, when there's nobody to tell you nothing no more, then darkness gonna hit you, man. All right? It's obscurity time. You got to understand that. At the end of the day, all right, when these platforms stop, the folly stop, all right, the worshiping of idols stop, all right, all the idolatry, okay, all that stop. Now it's time to what? Think now. You're gonna have to think. And while you have to think, Gurgle troops and particular people gonna be coming trying to get rid of your ass, man. So it ain't gonna be a time to think when everything's shut down, Jake. I did a video today concerning the camaraderie of the brotherhood. Even in the times of when we drinking and feasting, all right, we gotta still have a sense of seriousness. Like we gotta still be able to click back in right away if things hit the fan, man. All right, we can't even get too far into our pleasures, man. All right, because why? Your pleasure could be taken away in a blink of an eye, just like today. A lot of people was handicapped, all right, because they depend so much on the system. And the system went down for hours, man. Go ahead.
This is another one. This is another one. I'm about to get my favorite one.
And that's the rock eye.
That's right, yeah. This is Sirach 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgiveness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. But it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure. The social media apps. All right. And in his end, his deeds shall be discovered.
Yeah, man. People hearts, as the scriptures speak, man, a man's heart is discovering itself. Especially if you know, these social medias go, Jake gonna lose. Listen, this is Jake life. To get 300 likes or 1,000 views, this have become Jake life. That's why I tell you in Sirach, is either 33 and 18 or 18 and 33. You can pull it on Mama Wild Baba Gasha. To be tied to the expense thereof of pleasure, Salakin. All right. Now, what it means by to be tied to the expense thereof, man. All right. It might be 18 and 33.
18 and 33.
Yeah.
It says Sirach 18 and 33. It says, "Be not made a beggar by banqueting upon borrowing."
Nah, tied to the expense thereof. That's not it. It may be 33 and 18.
18 and 32.
It's 32. That's 32.
Yeah, Sirach 18 and 32. "Take not pleasure in much good cheer, neither be tied to the expense thereof."
And the thing is, people have put their pleasure in social media. They have put their world, their life into the things that's not going to profit them. It's really unprofitable to them. Because what they have done, they have blinded their eyes to see reality, man, and what's happening. So now, when that gets stripped away from them or took away from them, they have no other outlets. So while this got shut down, what you think 2.7 billion people, or if not more, what kind of spirit you think they was in? You know, we was like, you know, good job. You think those people who make a living off that was of good cheer, all right, or of good play, they're like, man, we need this to come back. What we gonna do now? All right. Yeah. Jay got a text and shit with all kind of broken letters in the text. Man, you should see text messages nowadays. It's just a bunch of 3-letter words and run-on sentences. It's just a bunch of bullshit, man. You got it, bro.
God, yeah, I was just saying, like y'all was saying earlier, y'all brought out how, you know, when Esau, he destroyed, you know, the physical stores. He made everyone go in the house, and it destroyed, you know, a lot of so-called middle-class income earners. When he shuts down the internet, all these people that make their living off the internet, you got people that become millionaires overnight off YouTube. You got people that do a lot of ads on Facebook. These people are finished, man.
Yeah. Those are breaking down, man. That's the way you break down a word. And to break down a word is let's be frank with it. It's to cut the communication of it off. You don't take the word away. You take away the word gets to everybody, man. That's simple. All right?
Yeah.
That's the famine of the word. The word being what? You no longer let it be what? Communicated. Is the word have no strength if it's just sitting still, man. You got it.
Yeah, that's the spirit you said that, because when an actual famine happens, people think that a famine means no food. There's always food on the earth. A famine is when the food can't get to the people.
Yeah.
You can cause a famine just by shutting down the highways, man. The food's still there, but it can't get to the people, so it don't.
Or the people can't get to it.
Right.
Right. Vice versa. So this is what you're experiencing. You got
one going in what y'all saying. This is Job 15:20. It says, "The wicked man traveleth with pains all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor." And that's the point. After this, a dreadful sound is in his ears. In prosperity, the destroyers shall come unto him. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for the sword. He is waited for of the sword. He wandered abroad for bread, saying, "Where is it?" He knoweth that the days of darkness is ready at his hand.
Yeah, bread coming up the ground. So why would he need to look for something that's created or bought through the earth, man? All right, like you said, it's a famine. A famine is not the fact that it's not here. It's just that you can't get it. You got it, boo.
Yeah, it says, "Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him." And then, like I said, that him can go to you 2/3. That can go ultimately to you people of this society, man. All right, so trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle. You know?
Yeah. Quick pre. Sirach 18:24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end. Think upon that. And the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face. When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger. And when thou art rich, think upon poverty and need. That goes back into what the elder brought out too, man. The affliction of an hour causes a man
pleasure.
The pleasure of Salaki. But it says when thou has enough, remember the time of hunger. So right now, people have enough. They have enough. They get their daily. And some people daily bread have became the social media platforms. Let's just call a spade a spade. That's their daily bread. All right. That's the way they eat. All right. So when now your food is taken away from you, how you gonna re-nourish yourself? Where your nourishment's gonna come from, man? All right. They haven't girded themselves up with the words of wisdom and the stability of their time and the strength of their salvation. They don't know what that means. Billions of people in this world don't even know salvation exists, man. They don't have a clue that there's salvation for them. I'm talking Israelites. They don't have a clue, all right, at all. They so invested in this world, so when this world uninvested in them, they doomed. Y'all got it, bro.
I got one real fast. This is Psalm 59:15. Let them wander up and down for meat. All right. and grudge if they be not satisfied.
Yeah. Jake out here looking, bro. Jake looking out here, man.
Got a little more. Let me go up a little bit. It says 59:13 in Psalms. It says, "Consume them in wrath, consume them, that they may not be, and let them know that Yahweh ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth." Salah. And that Eden, let them return and let them make a noise like a dog and go around about the city. Let them wander up and down for meat and grudge if they be not satisfied.
You got it right.
You gonna test shit up, man.
Hey, how for vexation of spirit, as it said in verse 13, it said, "Let them know that it was the Most High that did it." hey, the daily, along with the word being taken away, everything else these people have in this world that they've invested their time in, but not in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, is going to be taken away. They're going to be wandering the streets, howling like dogs, grudging, in pain, scared, angry, fighting each other, and ultimately being destroyed.
Yeah, like the scripture says in the Apocalypse, then it shall be known who is my chosen in that day.
Exactly.
You know, because even right here in 59-16, it says, this is us, man. This is the elect. This is when all social media and things of this society breaks down. It says, but I will sing of thy power. Yea, I will sing aloud of thy mercies in the morning. For thou hast been my defense and my refuge in the day of my trouble. You know?
Okay.
That's going to be us, man.
Hey, it says in that day, my servants shall eat and drink and sing and rejoice, but ye shall be thirsty and hungry and howl for vexation of spirit. Just, hey, if you ain't trying to get the truth now, and especially if you not having the truth during the fame of the word in Jacob's trouble, you're just through. There's nothing you can do but be through.
That's right.
Brother Wad, you brought out in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, it's going to be death by pain.
Yeah, you brothers can start, winding down if you want.
Any brothers have any other precepts? Any information? Well, with that, we hope you sincere Akim were edified by this live Shabbat lesson. Hey, just spend this time of liberty getting as much of this word as you can, because as we can clearly see, it's about to be showtime out here. The word's not going to be out here, and the only thing we're going to have to rely on is that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we got before the fame of the word hit to guide us through Jacob's trouble and all that entails. But again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled and teach well, and peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim, out there pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.